It sounds like the plot to a thriller movie, but it's not, unfortunately. It's real life. A legendary rock star and the mayor of Flavortown lose over $1 million in a heist. That is what reportedly happened, but as if that wasn't odd enough, the situation has gotten even crazier with a new update that just came in. Now, Sammy Hagar is a really interesting guy. I love the dude. I would hope to have him on the podcast at some point. He's just led such an interesting life, had so much success, not just as the frontman of Van Halen, also in his solo career, but also as an entrepreneur. He has had a lot of success in business too. Really, really interesting guy. And of course, what can you say about Guy Fieri? Guy Fieri, am I saying it right? Which way do you say it? Somebody please settle this in the comments. He has obviously done very well too. Such an entertaining guy who, by the way, really loves rock and metal. You gotta love that about him. In addition to all of his culinary success, he's a true diehard fan of rock and roll, and I love that about him. So, what happened with this $1 million heist involving the liquor company co-owned by Guy Fieri and Sammy Hagar? Now, there are two different sides to this story. Guy Fieri says that 2 full trucks filled with over $1 million worth of liquor went missing and were stolen in a heist. Investigators are telling a little bit different of a story. Here is what Guy Fieri had to say, though, about this so-called heist. Some 4,000 cases of Santo tequila, the brand co-owned by Sammy Hagar and Guy Fieri, disappeared out of thin air, including a premium Santo Blanco, which reportedly took 39 months to create. Company president estimates the total loss to be around $1 million. Guy Fieri spoke to People magazine and expressed disappointment. He said, "We've worked so hard. This is our best year we've ever had in Santo. We just had all this momentum, and now whatever's on the shelf is all people are going to get." People magazine obtained a police incident report. It says Guy Fieri was notified of the theft on November 14th. The trucking company said they noticed some red flags over the weekend of November 9th and 10th. One of the delivery trucks full of liquor was expected to arrive at a warehouse in California. Another one was expected all the way across the U.S. in Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, neither arrived at their destination, and there's the red flag from the trucking company. And it sounds like the criminals were quite sophisticated. The report says, "We believe the GPS tracking signal we were monitoring was spoofed by a GPS emulator application used by the criminals." The company president, Dan Butkus, told People, "This is the strangest thing I've ever seen in the spirits industry over 25 years. I've never seen anything like this. 2 of our trucks, 4 days apart, to be stolen. It's so out of the ordinary, out of the norm, that we're wondering why our trucks may have been targeted." Now, in the highly competitive world of alcohol sales, Guy Fieri theorized that someone may have specifically been targeting their company to break up all the momentum they've had this year. He told them, "Someone could be trying to break the momentum. I mean, 1 is 1, but now you've got to have double the amount of people to pull off the double heist. It just seems so much riskier to take 2 trucks." Company president Dan Butkus said, "It's unlikely that they'll find these truckers. They probably rent the truck, get the bid, get the cargo, sell it, and then disappear. There's some phone lines we have from them that are already disconnected." Fieri said, "It's like a movie. I never in a million years thought this was coming down the pike like this, but it's real." Now, as if things weren't already bizarre enough, this is where it took a turn. The Laredo PD has offered an update on their investigation. They said there is no indication that a heist took place at all, and offered an alternative theory about what could have happened, which to me leads to even more questions. The Laredo Morning Times shared an update on the story with a statement from the LPD, which wrote, "At this preliminary phase of the investigation, it is believed that at some point, the trucks with the tequila cargo were rerouted to California due to alleged issues with the warehouse at the original listed destination, which is still being vetted. The Los Angeles Police Department is involved in the investigation due to the alternative location where both drivers stated the cargo was actually transported to. There are no indications that these trailers were hijacked anywhere as alleged in national media publications." They said, "The investigation has indicated that no force was ever used to acquire the trucks, and the freight was transferred from the warehouse to the legitimate motor carrier hired by the shipper to transport it. Both drivers involved in this investigation were never injured at any point. This is an ongoing investigation." Sort of an odd statement there when they're saying that it wasn't a heist because no force was used, but they haven't recovered the 4,000 cases of liquor that have vanished. And it sounds like they've been in contact with the drivers of the truck. Have they considered it could potentially be an inside job? I'm not saying that it is. And also, the original report that said they believed that the GPS location might have been jammed. So there's a lot of strange details about the situation that surely will have to be worked out. Still under investigation. It sounds like it's now in the hands of the LAPD. We'll keep you posted if anything comes of this, but certainly a strange ordeal. That's your latest update here from Rockfeed. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for the latest news and updates.